In honor of Gifts for Jesus.
This gift for Jesus. It's a bookmark that says, "Is that smut?"
with
Oh,
cute.
It has a little chain on the back to hold your page.
Is that smut with
has
Jesus at the bottom?
Jesus peeking out.
He's just
So
like,
he's
what you
keeping
reading
me
there?
accountable,
Yeah.
which I appreciate.
There you go. Gifts for
So,
Jesus.
Let me put this back here. I can't wait to use it. Hi, besties. I'm Faith OK.
And I'm Asia the girl.
Welcome to OK Girl.
Welcome back.
Oh my gosh. It's Christmas.
It is Christmas.
It's technically Christmas Eve when you're seeing this.
True.
But
close enough.
it's here.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I've been waiting for
happy
this.
time.
I've been waiting for this time.
Oh, yes. Such a great time.
Yeah.
Do you have any stories? This doesn't have to be of actual Christmas cheer, but cheerful stories to tell.
Oh, from this past week?
Yeah.
I talked last week. We did a whole birthday episode.
Yes.
Famous. Yes, it was so fun. But I talked in that episode about birthday party. That was super fun. Trying to think. We have so many things coming up or that have already passed by the time you're seeing this with holiday things. But my work had their holiday party.
Ask you about that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so
fun. Do you feel
fun.
so fancy?
Oh, so fancy. So I work in higher education. And so for our holiday party, let me preface by saying I've worked in higher education now for about 3 years.
Right.
And I worked at a different institution before this one. And for our holiday party, it was fancy, but it was on campus.
Yeah.
And it was here's some hors
a catered
d'oeuvres.
thing.
Yeah. Here's some hors d'oeuvres and things like that. And there was a choir that sang that was really pretty.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was already a pretty high bar. I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
This one, they were we're having it catered and we're all going to go to the Galt House, which is a very fancy old hotel.
So fancy.
In Louisville. So we got to close the office and just everybody from the whole school went there. So it was
That's so nice.
Hundreds of people.
By lunch, or what time did you close?
We closed at 10:30.
Slay.
Yeah, so I was in the office for an hour and a half.
Yeah, for real.
And then they were like, all right, let's go. So we went, they validated our parking, everything like that. Because parking there's $30. They were like,
so
you better park in
crazy.
the right place, because if you don't, it's on you. And I was like, I don't know where I'm going. But yeah, so we got there. We head up. It was over this skywalk bridge, and then
Pretty.
Into a giant ballroom area. The food was so good. First, the tables.
Yeah.
It was your typical linen cloth and everything, but they had the ice water glasses, a tea glass, the whole multiple spoons and
oh my gosh,
forks
you
and
work your
all
way
that
from the outside, right?
Oh
And go in.
Sometimes I don't know.
Who knows?
Normally, small fork is salad, big
Yeah.
fork is not. I don't.
Yeah,
That's all
probably.
I learned in my 6th grade life skills class.
Perfect.
But yeah, so it was fully decked out, fancy, and they had people coming by and waiting on us. But I went through the line and I had carrots and mashed potatoes and green beans.
Nice.
And they gave me a little card that showed that I was vegetarian. And I passed it to a server, and they brought me out a huge plate of ratatouille with rice.
Dude, did you have your
my Remy moment?
Yes.
I was like, oh, the zucchini with the tomato. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I made that joke to my coworkers too.
Of course.
And they loved it.
Yes.
Ate it up.
Love that.
But yeah, so they also had dessert, and I got a red velvet cake, and it was had little chocolate spiral.
The shape,
cut shave
spiral
it.
thingies. Yeah. Oh,
They also had a
sounds so good.
salted caramel cheesecake, but it looked
Ooh.
mostly caramel, and I was like, I need to not do that.
Yeah,
But
it's a lot.
it was so good. They did little giveaways. They had holiday props for pictures. It was so fun.
That's so cute.
And then they were like, we're done. It was 1:00, and they were like, go home.
Amazing.
It was so nice. I was like, "Ugh." And then I'll be off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In a week from now. So it was a nice little taste of that institutional close.
So you'll be
coming up.
done on which date?
I'll be done the 21st is my last day of work. Hopefully they let us go early.
Yes.
And then after that, I don't go back until January 5th or 6th,
so
whatever
nice. We got a
the
party.
Monday is.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I took some time off from work, so that's in addition to just like Christmas Day. So we have some fun days like during the week. It'd be really fun. That's so fun though.
I actually was just talking with another friend of ours, and maybe you'll be off. Are you off like the 23rd?
I can be.
You don't have to be.
I can be.
I was literally like, in case my mom's watching, I'm not gonna say what I'm doing. Well, no, this will be Christmas Eve. She'll have her gift. Yeah. It's fine.
Time travel.
I am gonna take a little road trip to Buc-ee's and get her the candies that she keeps talking about wanting. So I was like,
that's so precious.
I was like, well, our friend is off work. I'm off work. I was like, let's go. So if you want to join,
yeah,
we can take a little Buc-ee's road trip.
Buc-ee's trip. That's so
funny. Beaver. But yeah, so that's kind of my happy.
I love that
Christmas cheer news.
I love that.
What about you?
Well, I am pregnant.
Oh, we're sharing.
Yeah. I was like, when are we gonna break this news? I was like, I don't really want to wait. Like, I wasn't gonna do it on the Faithmas episode because like it's all about faith. No.
It is a gift for me.
I mean, you were involved in that story, but I was like, it'd be kind of a fun like Christmassy thing to share.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, so surprise for anyone who listens or watch and didn't see any posts on socials or anything. I am pregnant. I'm due in June, and it was a very funny story. I do want to talk about like the story of like how I found out because it feels very okay girl coded. It feels very both Faith and my cousin who knows me so well said that this is very on brand for me, the way that I found out.
It fits the Delulu brand.
It does. So basically like we were like we were trying to get pregnant like since like the summer is when I got my birth control taken out. And as one does when your birth control is out, like your cycle is all over the place, in addition to the fact that my cycle always was all over the place. And I feel like we share this.
We do. Commonality. It's just, who knows?
Yeah. What do you mean 28 days?
She tells me what's going on. I don't tell her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. She makes the rules. So my cycle has been all over the place from the summer till now. I mean, from before I got my birth control taken out. And so time had passed and I was definitely like quote unquote late if I had a normal 28-day cycle, but didn't think anything of it. And then my lower back started hurting, but I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting my period soon, because that's always cramps, my tell is like always the cramps. And I was in the height of like, I was working on the Over the Garden Wall party. There was a lot. I was like making costumes for my cousin. Like, there was a lot going on. So I was like busy doing things and definitely had a higher energy, which typically for me also is a tell that my period is coming. Like I always feel like really energized like before it happens.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because like it's like always the joke of like I'll make these plans of like I'm gonna do this and this and this, and then my period comes and like just kidding.
That's
rot
very true.
Yeah. So that all happened, and then fast forward to the last week of October, we went to go see my middle brother Rio. Me, Luke, and Jacob all went to go see him and his family, and spend spend Halloween with my niece and nephew, which is really cute. And so the first day I was there, didn't really like nothing weird, and then I decided to work from Rio's because like I am really grateful for my work's flexible time off policy, but I just felt like essentially asking for a month off randomly was crazy because I was traveling multiple times that month or in November. So I was like, I'll just work from Rio's. And I was sitting at this makeshift desk because I was in Rio's office, but there was like a piano, like an upright piano next to him. So I was like working off the piano and typing away. And I was like, hold on. I feel so nauseous. And I was like, you know what though? I am wearing these corduroy blue high-waisted shorts that are a little bit tight. Like they were definitely like I could have gotten a size up, but it was on clearance, but they were really stretchy. So I like didn't think anything of it. But anytime anything is hitting my like waistline, like my natural waist, it can make my tummy hurt if it's too tight at all. So it's like very sensitive to that anyways. So I was like, maybe it's just that, I don't know. And then I texted Faith, and I wish I saved the screenshots of this, or I mean I wish I had screenshots to show. I'm sure you could find them. But but basically I was like, hey, can I share my live tweet thoughts with you via text? And she was like, always. And I was like, all right, so here's the thing. I am very late on my quote unquote cycle. My back is hurting, and now I'm like really nauseous, but I'm also wearing high waisted shorts. And then Faith was like, maybe just get a test.
I literally was like, why are we guessing? Yeah. They have technology for this.
Right. And so the caveat that made it like a little tricky was we were, not at home. We're visiting my brother, staying at an Airbnb. So I'm trying to figure out like when to inconspicuously leave the family events to go get a test. And Rio is a very curious person, so I just feel like he would, like, I had to be like sneaky about it, And so it's just so funny though. I'm like, I think it is ironic that I was like being super like close to chest with Rio, but Jacob, who lives with us, he like knows everything anyways, and so I was like telling him everything. Yeah. And so like I first told Luke, obviously, I was like, hey, I'm really late, I might be pregnant, we need to like figure out a time to sneak away to get a test. And he's like, okay. And then Tuesday we had like a lot I forget what was going on, but we had a lot of stuff planned on Tuesday, so we actually didn't have time to go like get anything. And so the next day comes, I'm still feeling not great. I threw up that morning because I found out later that I just don't like eggs right now, and we were having like a lot of eggs with our breakfast every day. So I threw that up, and I was like, dude, I think this is I don't know, I think this is happening. And so we were gonna go do something, but Jacob needed to change of clothes because he worked out with Rio, and so I was like, we need to stop at the Airbnb to get his clothes. And then somehow, I don't know how this plan worked out this way, but Rio was like, okay, but I want to like go to this cronut place while it's open because these cronuts are really good. I'm like, okay, cronuts, that sounds good. But I'm like freaking out a little bit. And so before we leave the house to go do these plans, me and Jacob are laying down on Rio's couch, like on opposite ends, so like our feet are like towards each other, and Jacob is trying to shove me off the couch with his feet. And I, being the ADHD person I am like not even really aware that he's doing that, because I'm just trying to focus. I'm just trying to look out for the room clearing out so I could tell Jacob that I think I'm pregnant. And so the room clears out, and then and then I like lean over to Jacob really fast. I was like, wait, hold on. I think I might be pregnant. I'm late. We're going to go get a test. And he was like, you're just saying that so I can go easy on you, because meanwhile he's just trying to get me off the couch. And I was like, no, that's not why.
You get no sympathy.
Yeah, no sympathy for me. And so we go, I guess we like went to Walgreens first, and then met up with them at the cronut place, because we go out and get this test. And then I'm like, wait, there's no disposable cups here. I can't ask Rio for a disposable cup. I notoriously break tests when I try to pee on the stick. It never works. I always break it. Like, I don't know. Like, I get nervous or something. I don't know. The margin of error is so small. They just make them longer. I don't know.
They do really need to rework pregnancy tests.
Yeah. I feel like it could be easier.
As an aside.
Yeah.
It's necessary.
I agree. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do. And it looks like, I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess. And so whatever, get the test, and we go meet them at this like super cute cronut place. And then lo and behold, the Lord provides, because there is a little water station with these tiny pink little disposable cups to drink water while you have your sweet treat. And I just like snuck one into my purse so fast, so inconspicuously. I was like, I'm gonna save that for later because I need that. And then we have our cronut. It was very good. I did like my cronut. And then we went back to the Airbnb so Jake could get a change of clothes. And it was so crazy because I've like I said, like we were trying for like a few months, and I'm really accustomed to like how long it takes for the test to read. But let me tell you, I activated the test and then went to go wash my hands. Oh, the one that I got was like a 2-pack, but both of the tests were not the same kind of test. It was really weird. Like one was a digital test and one was not. I'm like, just make it the same. So the digital test I did first. The second test, somehow I broke it. I read it wrong, how to do it. I don't know. So that one just like didn't work. But then I washed my hands, and then when I went to go dry my hands, it so fast was like pregnant. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, So then I'm like trying to figure out, or I'm like trying to run to Luke because Luke's in the living room, because I'm like, I need to technically tell Luke before Jacob. That's so whack. But like Jacob's like right next to the bathroom, like his room is. And so like run to Luke and I tell him, and he's like excited, but very Luke coded.
Yes.
When I told him, I was like, how do you feel? He's like, oh, we'll figure it out. Was his response. And then Jacob came out after getting changed, and then I told him, and he was like, hey, you're like, congratulations. And he turned to Luke and he's like, we have so many house projects to finish. And then I took a picture and I sent it to Faith. And it was, you know how like on iMessage, if you have an iPhone, which most of us do, I would imagine, it typically will say like the delivered like receipt, if it actually went through to that person. Like obviously it's sent to me, or it's sent from me just fine, but like actually be delivered, it didn't have that little tag on it. And so then I texted Faith, I was like, not this picture, not delivering her.
Yeah.
Oh, you have it. Yeah.
Have it. You said all caps, not this text not going through right away. And I sent all caps back. Mind you, this is 5:03 p.m. I'm driving home from work. So I like literally had just left the parking garage. And so I send back at a stoplight, all caps, wait. And then she sent, Faith. And then the picture finally went through.
And then we were like sending each other voice messages
because
Faith was driving, and Faith was like being really excited for me, but like didn't before the image came through, she didn't know what happened yet, and she's like, wait, what's happening? And then we talked about this a couple weeks ago about me wishing for better communication skills, but this is like, you know, such a not normal, very heightened situation where I'm just like laughing, I can't breathe, I'm trying to tell Faith in a joking way, indirect way, that I'm pregnant, because Jacob told me to say it, and she was like, I literally don't know what you're talking about, what is happening?
I was like, I literally listened to the message twice, and I was like, I can't understand what you're saying, what is going on?
And so then that's how we voice mode each other when I got pregnant. I'm sad that I didn't save the messages.
I know, I didn't
save
those either.
I forgot.
But I just was like crying, merging onto the interstate, trying to do a voice memo. And so I was like, sobbing. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I was like,
you're trying to not crash.
I'm merging onto the interstate and I'm trying not to die. But I cried the entire way home.
Yeah. And then you called Nick, I think.
I did. I called Nick and I was sobbing. And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, I am so good.
Oh, so good. And so the kicker to all this was, we had to figure out how to tell Rio and Allie, my sister-in-law. So we were going to do it at dinner, but we ended up going to like one of those like outdoor, like town center type places. It was really cool, but not the place to say it.
Yeah.
So we wait till we got back to the house, and Jacob, I'm just gonna tell this part of the story because I think it's just funny, and like Jacob was so unhinged sometimes. Jacob was like trying to tell me like, hey, you should give the like pregnancy test to Rio's daughter and have her like show it to him, like that'd be so cute. And I was like, oh, that would be cute. And then Rio, who gets FOMO, he like heard us like talking, and he's like, what are you guys talking about? And Jacob so quickly, like I didn't have to like think of anything to like try to lie. He was like, dude, because you guys were using the bathroom, I peed outside and the dog's right there. Here, I took a picture. And then he like went to Rio so fast to show a picture. Rio's like, oh, that's funny or whatever. And then distracted, he goes back away.
I don't think I'll ever trust anything Jacob says. How did he have
so
that
slick.
on lock?
He
was so ready.
He's
That's
so
crazy.
ready. And so then my brother's daughter comes out, and she is like, huh? Or I don't know, just like saying hi to us. And then we give her the test, and she turns around and Rio sees, and he's like freaking out. He's like, no way, are you serious? And then so whatever, we're like really excited about that. And then Allie, my sister-in-law, comes out, and she was like obviously really excited, but then she was like, wait, you're only feeling nauseous now? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I think you're like 6 or 7 weeks pregnant. I was like, what? And then I called my doctor to schedule like when I was to come in for an appointment, and they're like asking me like the first day of my last period, and they're like, yeah, that puts you about like 7 weeks. So we'll go and see you now.
2 whole months.
Yeah. So that's how I didn't know I was pregnant for 2 months, and I just thought it was my high-waisted shorts making me feel nauseous.
I did find the text where you sent me about your pants.
Oh yeah.
And you said you said you like sent me the thing about your cycle, and you're like, but now the symptoms are kind of gone, and while I was working today I felt really nauseous, but also I'm wearing high-waisted shorts. 2 question marks. And then she sends again a minute later, but also they're stretchy. 2 question marks. And then another minute later, so like IDK exclamation mark. But they're also like
that
stretchy.
Sounds about right. Yeah. So I'm confused. So that's my very joyful story. We're very excited.
Good Christmas cheer.
I know. And Faith's being awesome and planning a shower and everything, which with Eva. So
I can't wait.
Very exciting.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just so excited. Oh my gosh. This is my first like bestie being pregnant moment. So of course it's way bigger moment for you as a mother. But me, I'm
just
like
barely.
I'm like my best friend is pregnant. I want to tell everybody.
Yes.
I didn't tell anybody.
Yes, now everyone can know.
Everybody can know now.
Boast
now everybody I meet, I'm going to be like, my best friend is pregnant. Yeah. You don't know her. I do, though.
That's what matters. Oh.
So exciting.
Very exciting. Yay. Oh. Anyways, I hope that spurs some Christmas joy for everyone, for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asia the baby.
Asia the baby, yeah.
But now that we've shared Christmas cheer, the best Christmas cheer, whole new baby, yeah, we're talking Christmas today. Yes. Holidays, whatever holidays you celebrate. For us, it's Christmas, but if it's different for you, happy holidays.
Yes.
So I guess first we can talk. Do we want to talk like our plans for Christmas Eve, like what we'll be doing when this drops, or do you just want to jump right in and talk gifts?
Whatever you want, whatever you're feeling.
I mean, we can talk. I think my Christmas Eve falls into traditions.
Okay,
so we can just wait.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
So let's start. We'll just get right into the thick of it.
Yes.
I want to hear about your best and worst gifts.
Yes. Okay. I guess we'll do best, or what do we want to start with?
Yeah, we can do either one.
Let's do best because it just worst
good.
Is kind of funny and unhinged.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay. When I was young, I'll start with when I was little. My favorite. It wasn't like one gift. It was like the theme of gift I would always get from one of my aunties who at the time didn't live on Guam where I was raised. She was like in the States, and she would every Christmas send me one of the like Klutz craft books. So like it could be like making like clothespin dolls, or making tissue paper flowers, or like there's like, or making like pom-pom like yarn pom-pom things, I don't know, and it was just like the cutest thing, and I looked forward to that every year because like for one we didn't really have books like that available to our like local craft store, and it was just like a fun thing to associate with her. Was like, I always get these like creative like things from her. Yeah, so that was like one of my favorites growing up.
Maybe she's to credit for all of your multi-creative hobbies. I mean,
it could be, yeah.
Every Christmas you pick up a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's built in.
Exactly. My personal amusement park.
One of my best gifts was, I want to say it had to be like 2014 or 2015. My mom surprised me with tickets to 21 Pilots.
Oh, that's so cool.
And she got me, I think she got 2 or maybe 4 tickets. I can't remember. She got a lot and was like, you can just take whatever friends you want. Aww. And I was like,
that's crazy.
And so, yeah, she got tickets for like me and my best friend. And then we took 2 of our friends with us. And it was like one of the first times my mom was like, I'm letting you drive to this concert.
Wow.
Like, because I was traveling to Louisville for the concert. So it was like, I drove 2 hours with my friends in high school, and it was like so memorable.
How old were you?
I was probably, I mean, I must have been
or...
16. It had to be, 16, maybe 17. So maybe it was 2016, 2017. But yeah, so that was like one of the top gifts was like, I got to go with my friends to 21 Pilots, and it was just so good. My mom is really bad at keeping secrets for Christmas gifts. So this was when she actually kept a secret, and I was like so shocked. Yeah.
That's so good. Okay. One from 2 Christmases ago, one of my favorite gifts was my parents got me a sewing machine.
Yes.
And you guys, I'm unstoppable now.
I have benefited so much. Shout out the parents.
Yeah. Dude. Not only was it like aesthetically pleasing, it's like this really cute like cornflower blue, and I just love that so much. Very cute. Yeah, very color blocky. But yeah, it was one of those things that like my dad always said growing up, that he was like, I kind of thought you were gonna be like a fashion designer. Aww. He was like, you'd always like make outfits for all your dolls and stuffed animals and stuff, and I loved me a hot glue gun and felt. I would like make all these like stuffed animals, and he's just like, I just kind of thought that's what you were gonna do. And I just like never learned how to sew on a machine. Like I could like hand stitch stuff, but it's one of those things like I had that like funny, or my whole motto is like, what's the worst that can happen? Like there's nothing wrong with failure. Like what you know, it'll be fine. Yeah. And so I felt like I did that with sewing for sure, which was like truly like a skill that I didn't really have much like a frame of reference for really. And I feel like within a couple months I was like making stuff, and it was really exciting.
It was so quick that you were like, you'd be like, look at this thing I made, and I was like, how did you just got that? How did you know how to do that already? I'm so impressed. Thanks. Asia is one of those people that like, and she's gonna say that I'm wrong, but she's one of those people that you can like give her something and she's like amazing at it in like 2 days.
You are wrong, but I appreciate that.
As a friend, from my outside perspective, that's what I see. So, but yeah, I mean, like, I love that sewing machine gift too.
Yeah, you're like, it's a gift that keeps on giving to everyone.
I've done so many outfits. It's so great. But yeah, it is cool that you like have that as like a creative outlet too.
It's so nice.
Yeah. My other gift that I wrote down, this one is more it was the gift too, but it was more the presentation. So I was probably, I mean, I had to be like 8, I guess. And so I was like, you know, getting into upper elementary school, my friends were getting phones, and I was like, I really want a phone. Yeah. Like of course as a kid I'm like, I need one. I have to have one. Yeah. I did not need one. But I for Christmas had like begged. I was like, I need a phone. I want a phone. A phone. And so for Christmas, oh my gosh, my nose is so runny. For Christmas, my mom was like, she like got me a phone, and it was like this orange and black, like it had the full keyboard on there, so like fun. You know, press all the buttons thing. But she got me that, but she wrapped it up and she like set it all up and then rewrapped it and put it under the tree. Yeah. So on Christmas morning, she called it. And so the tree started ringing. Oh my god. And so I was like, whose phone is ringing? And like my sister and brother-in-law are there, like everybody's there. And I'm like, whose phone is ringing? And mom was like, I don't know, like look for it. Look around. I don't know what that is. And I was like, is it one of y'all's phone? Like I was like seeing if it was my sister's or my brother-in-law's. And they were like, I don't know. I think I have my, like, I don't think it's mine. And I was like, what? And my mom was like, just find, like, it sounds like it's coming from in there. Like, find it. Your mom is awesome. And so I, like, dug around and I pulled it out and I was like, it's wrapped up. And she was like, I guess unwrap it. And so I unwrap it and she's like, it's your phone. And I was like, what? So, that's so cute. Of course I like loved that I got a phone, but the presentation that my mom making me dig around for my ringing phone was so good. And that is like ingrained in my mind forever.
That's hilarious. I love that. Did you have any more like excellent gifts or?
Those were my best ones.
Mine, okay, mine too. All right, we'll move on to. I have like 2.
You go first because I have one.
Okay, perfect. So this is like so funny to say because sometimes my parents, specifically my dad, gives like great gifts, like very thoughtful, whatever. Every once in a while, I'm like, dude, what?
Sometimes it's a miss.
Sometimes it's a big miss for me, at least. Because one year, my dad was like, you know what everyone needs? A scale. A smart scale.
No! That is my worst nightmare.
Yeah, my dad got me a scale. A smart scale. And he was like, it's so high tech and it can like do all these things. Like map your BMI and all this stuff. I'm like, I don't need you to get me a scale. What do you mean?
That is so great.
It was so insane.
Tears like, on site for me if I unwrap a scale at Christmas time.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And like,
so everyone got one.
Everyone got one, and that made me feel like a little better. It
that is better.
Me.
It's not targeted. Yeah, because if it was targeted, dude, then it's like,
I think I would have cried if it was just for me.
I'm getting a knife. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm gonna figure out.
Seriously. But he just like really thought like this is such a practical thing for everyone, and I was like, not for me, but okay.
No, like practical. Like you could have gotten me like a box of trash bags, and I would have been more happy and practically used them more than this.
So yeah, that was a miss for me.
Oh my gosh. I just have one on mine, and I think I've already told you about this one, but everyone else needs to hear it too. I think the like place that breeds the most like or the most terrible gifts is like places where like you have family but they're distant family or like they don't know you really well,
right? And
sometimes they play it safe and they're like, here's a gift card, which I'm like, cool, I'll take a gift card. But when I was a kid, my dad's family did Christmas. We would always go to my grandma's, and it was weird. It was like come and go Christmas, so you'd be like unwrapping as people were showing up. I don't know. I don't understand the mechanics of it. But we show up, and she's like, oh, here's your gift, and it's a rectangular box about that thick, which is never a good sign when it's coming from a grandma. Right, I feel like it's like track record. It's not great. So I unwrap. My mom is taking pictures. Everyone's like, it's Christmas. I open it, and it is a there were two different clothing items, things happening. The first thing I open is a black and red like horizontal striped sweater, which doesn't sound bad. Okay, I'd probably wear that now. Yeah. But then I pull out of the box a scarf that is the exact same pattern, black and red thick stripe. And she was like, you can wear them together. And I was together. Like, and so my mom has
and you can lean on a red and black striped wall.
Yeah, and blend right in. Yeah. Camouflage. Yeah. And of course it's Christmas. So my mom's like, hold up what you got. Of course, yeah. So I'm like holding up my sweater, and there's a picture of me just
like, this is awesome.
Gritted teeth. The next box I open, I think it was the same Christmas. More clothes. And it's like velour, like velvet jumpsuits. And the like one was pastel purple, one was red. But it's like both pieces, the pants and the jacket. Oh and this is like 2010 maybe. So Juicy is out. Yeah. It's not juicy. Cute and cool. Yeah. And it did have like little rhinestone heart on the pocket and on the chest here. But like I pulled it out and I was like, I didn't wear any of those items ever. Yeah. No. It was just like, why is that what you chose for me?
So good.
So terrible. That's like the one image on Christmas where I'm like,
oh my gosh, this is amazing.
I guess.
Oh, that's so good. The last thing I have is technically not a thing, truly. Okay. So when we were young and still my family like did Santa. So one of the year, or every year we would write a letter to Santa, and my dad was like really sweet, and he would like always like whatever, eat the cookies, drink the milk, and then like leave us like a handwritten letter. And my dad has very, very good handwriting, like really beautiful, like cursive. It's kind of crazy. Sometimes it's hard to read. It's like very flourishy. I'm like, what is that? But whatever, he would write a thing back to us and then give us our gifts. And one year we put the cookies out in the milk, and Santa ate the cookies and drank the milk. And then Santa left us a letter saying essentially, try again next year, like you guys are kind of bad, try again next year.
Naughty list.
And he left us nothing, no gifts from Santa. I was like, what? Really?
How old were you?
I think I was like I think I was 8. I think I was 8 years
so
old.
like potentially the last Christmas you believe
almost,
in Santa, and it was wrecked. But Santa
wrecked.
is the villain.
I know.
What did you tell people at school?
I think so.
Like, because I'm imagining like going to school and being like, Santa literally skipped me.
Yeah. I just remember being just like, honestly, this is where like even as kids I think we're different, because like I wasn't angry, I was just guilty. Aww. I was like, you got, like, because it's like a collective effort, because it was like you and your brothers, or I guess it was just Rio. Because Jacob was born already, but I don't think he was counting Jacob.
He's like, the baby did nothing wrong.
The baby's fine. But I was like, Rio, we upset Santa.
That makes me so sad. Oh no.
Oh man, it was that. Yeah, I was really sad that Christmas. I mean, thankfully, like, I know that families do differently, but like we also got gifts from our parents. It wasn't just like the only gifts we got were from Santa, but it still stung. I was like, dude.
It's wild too that, you know, if you have children listening to this for some reason, turn the volume down. It's wild too that your parents being Santa, Santa not being real, your parents being Santa being like, too bad, try again, but they still bought you gifts.
That's probably how they soften the blow. They're like,
so crazy. I love that they like essentially made themselves the superheroes. They're like, Santa skipped you, but we love you.
We still love you.
We love you. You did great.
Unconditionally. Gaslighting.
That's wild. Oh so, my gosh. I mean, in the spirit of like talking parents being Santa, things like that, we can talk traditions.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking like just traditions in general, or just ones that kind of flopped? Like, what are we thinking?
I think in general, like because if you had flopped ones, sure. If you have things that have changed, but like, what traditions do you have?
I was sharing this with Faith earlier, but like one of the traditions, which is like very normal, is like we'd always wake up and read the Christmas story. However, my parents were really big into like instilling self-control and patience when you were young, and so we would read like every single passage that had to do with the birth of Jesus, and then and then like have like a brunch or something. I forget. We like eat. They basically would kill time until like afternoon. We would not open gifts until like afternoon.
That's criminal.
Yeah, it was like they knew what they were doing. They were like not the week. I think we could like wake them up early or like hang out in the room with them or something. But they're like, that's fine. You're
but like, were you going to if it wasn't for gifts? You know? Like,
yeah. So yeah, that was one of them. That like, that was always something to work through every Christmas.
Growing up, we don't have a whole lot of like traditions per se, but yeah, like growing up, my parents also did the Santa Claus, like eat the cookies and stuff. And this is totally a tangent, but there was one year that I was like, Santa Claus doesn't want cookies and milk, and my mom was like, what do you mean? What would Santa Claus want? And I was like, Santa Claus wants beer. And I grabbed like a beer out of the cooler or the crisper that my dad had in there, like a bottle of Bud Light, and I set it out with the cookies. And my mom was like, I feel like Santa's cookies and milk. And I was like, no, I know what Santa wants. Yeah. And of course my dad was like,
that's fine.
Yeah, great. But anyways, we did the Santa cookies, milk, beer, whatever it was. And then I am still like this. So it is a tradition that is carried. I wake up as early as I possibly can.
Aww.
Like if I could have not slept Christmas Eve and then just opened presents at like 2 a.m, I would have done it. Aww. But like 4 o'clock in the morning, I would be like up, jumping out of bed. I'd run to my parents' room and just like leap to their bed and jump and jump and jump until they woke up.
It's so funny.
And I would be like, wake up, it's Christmas. Aww. And of course my dad's like, where am I? And my mom's like, I need coffee. So my mom always would like make coffee, and like the tradition is that my mom's making coffee, my dad's falling asleep in the recliner, and I'm like jittering with energy by the tree. And like,
that's so funny.
and
Like,
so
please,
my
I'm
mom
ready.
would like get the coffee and just like keep nudging my dad to make sure he stayed awake at like 4 a.m.
so
while I was
funny.
like, it's Christmas.
That's so
And
funny.
I'm still that way. Like,
Yeah.
I still like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go. It's
Aw,
time.
That's so cute. On Santa, so yeah, like we believed for, or my parents, whatever, they like, I feel bad because I feel like this is what typically happens. Like Jacob, I feel like believed for the shortest amount of time, just because like there's such an age gap between
Yeah.
everyone, so it just happens. But when we were like younger, I can't remember if my parents told me this or told us this, or it was just like something I believed in my head. But I was like, Santa comes at midnight, like that's when Santa comes. And so one of like unintentional tradition was my brothers would always sleep in my bed with me on Christmas Eve, and so we could be like excited together. But then it would be like stressful because it'd be like, we have to go to sleep. Go to sleep. We have to go to sleep. And there was one our church like didn't really do Christmas Eve services typically, but I remember one year they did one, and it was like a later one.
Oh, no.
And it was like 11, like almost 11, and I was stressing. I was like,
Don't they know?
I was like telling my mom, I was like, we have to go home soon because I don't want to miss Santa. He's gonna pass our house. And she's like, it's okay, I think we're almost done.
Santa understands it's for
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's for Jesus, it's okay. But
That is so cute.
yeah, but
I
it was
love
really
that.
cute. Like I can't remember when we stopped like sleeping together. Like I don't, maybe it was like after one of us stopped like believing. I don't even remember. Like there wasn't like really a hard stop, but it was like really like a precious thing. Or like,
Yeah.
oh, hole up in my room, because I was like the boys like slept in bunk beds, and then I had like a queen bed, so like we just like pile in there. It was like
Nice.
really cute.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have like I said, we don't have a whole lot of tradition. So I guess
Uh-huh.
the other one is just like we've recently like it's kind of evolved. I wouldn't say we have any like flop traditions, probably because we don't really start them.
Yeah.
We're just kind of a family that's like show up.
Yeah.
But like one that's evolved for sure is because like my siblings are 10 years older,
Right.
at least, and so they had families way before. And so for like a few years it would be like we would do our Christmas, then we go to their house and see like my niece open Christmas, niece and nephew. And then it evolved more when I got married, and so now we do like a Christmas Eve night, and we all go to my parents' house and like eat and like hang out, and we were like, there are too many of us to buy gifts for everybody.
Right.
Like it's like out of control. You know, there's like 15 plus.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
funny.
so we started doing like a Secret Santa.
Oh yeah.
In a sense,
I love that. Yeah.
It's not Secret Santa. It's more so like you've been assigned this person and everyone knows.
Yeah. Whatever.
We
You
drew
just
out-
pick one.
We
Yeah.
draw, and then everyone knows who gets everybody. Mostly because the heads of the household are buying for all of the kids that have each other
Yeah.
and like everything. So
That makes sense.
but it's nice because it's the pressure of buying gifts
For everyone.
for everyone is a lot, and it like
Yeah.
it kills the vibe.
It
for
does,
Christmas,
yeah.
and like I don't want that.
Yeah.
And so when they were like,
We're switching to this.
we gotta switch, like we got a lot of kids,
Yeah.
we're broke, like we can't do this. I was like, I'm in.
I'm for
So
this,
now we
yeah.
spend like $10 on one person.
Perfect. Yeah.
And my family is not the like watch everyone open gifts. It's mass chaos.
Yeah.
Like everyone go.
Right.
And then we all rip open our gifts and tell each other what we got after.
Amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our like kind of tradition. How it's evolved over time is like it went from like Christmas morning to kind of both, and now Christmas Eve night, which
Yeah.
is still something I really love. It's really sweet.
That's so sweet. I love
Yeah.
that. The last tradition I'll share is like kind of a flop tradition, but it's so funny, and it like it still lives on in the sense that we never got rid of it. I was thinking this would be classic me growing up. I think this is my idea to do this tradition.
Oh my god.
We did this something called Gifts for Jesus, and I remember because I wrapped the box. It was like a shoebox, and I wrapped the lid and in like one paper and wrapped the like base in another paper, and I think I like cut a slot and then said like gifts for Jesus on the lid. And it was supposed to be this thing where you're like, okay, it's more like a New Year's thing, but we like just did it on Christmas, where it's like, okay, I'm committing to like sacrificing this or submitting this or whatever to Jesus. And we would like write our things, and then the next year we'd like read it and like reflect. And I remember my mom put like anger management or something on hers, and then the next year would come around, I'm like, I don't know, Mom. I feel like you should put that back in there.
The public shame aspect is so crazy. And like, but like a gift for Jesus, cute. Like we're reflecting, yeah. But then to be like, it's all right. It's been a year.
Yeah, accountability time.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh! But we like, I can't remember how many years in a row we tried doing it, but we definitely stopped after some time. But the best thing is like, this is just like, so my parents, like, that box is still at the top of their like display shelf in the dining room, and anytime we FaceTime them from the dining room, you just like see that green like paper wrapped box up there, and they're like, I kind of want to open it up and like read what's in there. Yeah,
for Jesus in there. Yeah, I think we need more gifts for Jesus happening.
I think so too.
Either young adult group.
We should
like,
do it. Honestly, that'd be kind of funny.
Or like you guys carrying it on with your child.
So we've got to make it live on somehow.
Then it's your turn to be shamed by your
exactly. Get called out. Honestly, I'll do it. It'll keep me humble. Builds character.
I love that. I love that it was more than likely your idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I love it.
That sounds like 4th grade me.
Well, speaking of gifts.
Yes.
We have decided that we want you guys to witness us exchanging our gifts for Christmas.
Plus a bonus one for you.
Oh, yeah. Jacob gave me a gift. I think it was meant for my birthday. It didn't come in time, and so I was like, perfect, we'll open it for Christmas.
There you go.
So we'll be opening gifts. How do we want to do this? Do you want to?
I feel like you have 2, so you open.
You also have 2.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you have 2.
What?
Oh.
Okay, I don't know. In honor of Faithmas, you should go first.
Okay, let me go ahead and just give you these, if that's okay.
Good call. I'll give you yours.
Yeah, we'll swap.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, I'll open the one from Jacob first.
Okay. Should I hold? I can hold your mic.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well, teamwork.
Here's some ASMR for you
guys. Oh, yes. Oh, we love to hear that.
I'm very excited for this. He showed me what it was because
it wasn't coming in time for the party.
It's stainless steel bookmarks is what the little thing says.
I didn't know it was a metal bookmark.
I didn't realize it was metal either. Yeah.
It's gonna last forever.
It has like the little tassel like that. Yeah. Just a little something. It's a bookmark that says,
in honor of gifts for Jesus.
This gift for Jesus. It's a bookmark that says, "Is that smut?"
with cute.
It has a little chain on the back to hold your page.
Is that smut with Jesus at the bottom?
Jesus peeking out.
He's just like, what you reading there?
Yeah, which I appreciate.
There you go. Gifts for Jesus.
Let me put this back here. I can't wait to use it.
Oh, it's so good.
I plan to read a lot over my break. So
good.
Great for that.
Yeah, he was so like disappointed when he was like, oh, I thought of the perfect gift, and then was like, oh, Faith only reads on her Kindle. And then we met each other up at the checkout line because we also were getting gifts for each other, and he told me that, and I was like, no, Faith definitely reads like physical books, and he's like, oh, perfect.
I love that that's what he went for.
I know,
so
for real.
So good. All right.
Okay. Are we doing back and forth, or
how do you want to do it?
I don't know. I don't care. What do you think? We'll do back and forth.
Okay.
Do you have a preference?
Either one.
Okay. I'm gonna open this.
Here, I can hold your mic too.
Yes, thank you.
Hold on, let me get the right hand on it.
I really appreciate. I really appreciate this wrapping paper because it's dinosaurs with ugly Christmas sweaters.
The green one's my favorite because he's making a really dumb face.
Yes, it's so good. Oh, I do love this like
Oh, he has a
Christmas
whole tree strapped to him.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
every year Nick and I pick wrapping paper, and I always want it to be aesthetic. This was.
Oh, that's so pretty. Wait, I love that.
I saw it. I was not. It was not an intended gift, but I
Yes.
saw it and I was like, "That is Asia."
Yes, I should probably describe it for our listeners. It is a coin purse with this like really cute embroidery on it, and it's like all the right colors. So,
all the right.
Oh, thank you for
all
that.
the colors.
Yes,
Period.
thank you. I need a good coin purse, so thank you so
amazing,
much.
Amazing. But yeah, so Nick picks our wrapping paper we
Yeah.
pick our wrapping paper, and I like for it to be like matching in some way.
Yeah,
But this year
coordinating.
he saw that and he was like, "We have to
Dang.
do just all dinosaurs."
Like,
so I bought
okay.
a giant tube of it.
Perfect. Oh
I
yeah,
think
sorry.
I might be able to do
You sure?
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a funny story behind this that everyone can know because Faith and I already know. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh wait.
Here,
Can I do this?
I'll hold it.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Oh, I
Yes,
can't wait
so
to
good.
put it on. It is a pearl necklace, and then in gold letters on the chain it says feral.
It's so perfect. That's so Faith.
I can't wait to put it on. I'm gonna wear this like all the time.
I'm so glad. So the story behind this is I was looking for a gift for Faith for a while, and I just could not find something that like I think I put too much pressure on myself sometimes, where I'm like, this has to be them. Like this needs to be for them and no one else, basically. And then me and Faith went to go visit one of our friends who was working at this really, really cute boutique downtown. And then Faith saw that necklace and was like, should I get that? And I was like, wait, can I get that for you?
Yeah, she was like, I was like, I think I should buy it. And then she was like, or I could buy it for you. And I was like, well, you don't have to. She's like, no,
it's okay. It's for your Christmas gift. Sorry.
I love it. I look at feral like shirts with feral on it,
yeah.
anything. So this is like perfect.
It really is perfect.
Can't wait to put it on.
Oh my gosh. And you're gold girl now. So
I am.
it's
I'm
perfect.
officially a gold girl.
Yeah.
I had to change my personality,
It's okay.
but she's gold.
She's growing.
She's growing. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to
All right.
hold this.
Last gift.
Girlfriend, you love me so much. I'm so excited. Okay. Faith got me this awesome tumbler from this company that makes all these things that she feels are so impractical. So I know that this is such a gift of love.
It is.
And self-sacrifice because she hates them. She's like, what is wrong with them? Why are they making things in that dimension for water?
Listen, I
love it.
was trying to be like our friend Derek, and I was reaching into the depths of my mind, and I was like, what have we talked about this year? And there was a stream where someone sent us a link to a shop that sells these cups that are so impractical looking.
I know.
They are cute. Okay,
One of them looks like a kettlebell.
Yeah, it looks like a
colorful
kettlebell. It's like a 30-ounce water bottle. Like,
Wait,
what are
I'm
we
scared to open
doing?
this. Oh, here. Okay.
And so I started Googling. I didn't know how to find it because I forgot the website.
Right.
So I started looking up like weird
like,
water
describing
bottles,
it.
like weird multicolored water bottles, and surprisingly, Chaco Lab is popular, like a popular choice that people love. And so I was like, okay. So I got the mug because everything, pricing, all of that. But
it's kind of expensive.
Yeah, but
no, that's perfect because I don't really have like a little
amazing.
mug
Well, I
one.
know you like carry coffee to church sometimes, so I was like, that would be good to pour coffee in.
It's so cute.
But then on your stream,
like
last week,
just
you
recently.
started talking about it, and I was like, no,
Don't do it.
because I was really worried you were gonna remember the website and then buy one, and I was like, no, and you literally looked at the cups, and you were like, I love the pink and green, and I was like, I was fighting everything in my being to not type the name of the cup because it was when she first started streaming and talking about it, she was like, oh, what was that
the name of it
website
again?
with those cups? And it was so hard for me not to be like Chaco Lab.
Yeah.
And I was like, she would know because I hated those cups.
Right.
So I'm glad you liked it.
That was so sneaky. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Oh, that's so fun.
I'm so excited. I love these.
You
I
love
these
me.
gifts. I do love you.
Yeah, more than your hatred for impractical things. It's so great. Because that was what we were talking about. I forget exactly. I was like ranting like I'm not ranting. I was saying something about sacrificial love, and like if I drank out of that in front of you, or I forget exactly what I said.
You said something along the lines of, I need one of these because Faith loves me a little too much.
Oh yes, I need to ground myself.
Yeah.
She can hate me a little bit.
That's right. Consider this my gift to you.
Thank you.
Both things, the cup and the grounding.
Except I don't feel ground. I just feel like you love me like too much, because it's like you are sacrificial, dude.
Stop.
Oh my gosh, so good.
This was a fun one.
This was very fun.
I love Christmas time.
Such a great time.
I hope you guys have happy holidays.
Yes.
Thank you for listening on Christmas Eve.
Oh my gosh,
or
real.
even around your holidays. I'm sure you're busy.
Maybe we can be part of the Christmas tradition.
Oh my gosh. New tradition
Yes.
unlocked. Okay Girl podcast listening session.
Yes.
Maybe on your drive to visit family.
Perfect.
Maybe you're sitting in the living room with your family and you said, you know what you guys would love? These two girls that talk too much.
It's true.
You would love them.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for spending your holidays with us and the last few months with us.
I know.
Crazy.
It's been a great year.
Yeah, it has. And so, happy holidays. I hope that you guys write in with stories. Wherever you find us online, we'll take messages about your holidays, maybe your worst gifts, your best gifts, your gifts for Santa or for Jesus. Whatever it is, we want to hear it. And we hope that you'll rate, review, subscribe, follow,
Please.
all of the things.
Yes.
To support us, because we need it and we appreciate you and love you.
It's your Christmas gift to us.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll happily receive it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then your Delulu to Dulu for today is, I just want you all this Christmas season to dream big. Like, here, for example, we have a friend, her name is Eva, and she is an excellent teacher. She also just got her master's degree. And you know what she's dreamt up, which it just makes me think, like, we can shoot for the star. We can shoot for anything we want. Don't be put in a box. Her dream is to be a mall Santa. And if our teacher friend with a master's can really strive for being a mall Santa, you could be anything you want to be, you know?
That's crazy. But do it. Do your Delulu.
Mm-hmm. You got it, girl. But anyways, I'm Asia the Girl.
I'm Faith, okay?
See you next time, besties.
Bye.
Bye. I was like, I gotta fit that in somewhere.
It's giving this Barbie is a doctor.
Yeah,
this Barbie is a mall Santa.
Exactly.